3, 2, 1, and here we are.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Sally.
You have joined Sally and Regina at Farmhouse Fabrics, and we have been playing with pretty fabrics this morning, haven't we?
Sally's gonna gab and I'm gonna gush.
That's
I can
right.
tell you now.
We each have our part.
Beautiful.
We each have our part today.
We do.
That's right.
It's like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. So we were doing too much gabbing, and then so we were running 5 minutes behind, and so we have the ability to go to an overhead and close-ups with Facebook and YouTube, and I'm so sorry with Instagram we're not able to do a close-up overhead, but anyway, we'll show you a lot of these fabrics with a close-up. They're beautiful. They're from Italy and Spain, and man, you know what?
Ooh, it's my time. This is when I have to ooh and ah.
You have to gush.
They are beautiful. I'm gushing.
They are. They really, really are pretty. And the funny thing is, they came in 2 different shipments from 2 different companies. We had 3 big trucks deliver this week, and then they coordinated so they're so pretty. All these solids, Regina,
are just
came
gorgeous.
separately from all these prints.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's totally
we
amazing.
started putting the pieces together and thought, ooh.
Oh, and pulling
this is
things.
nice.
It's like, this is so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I started making my list. Woo, gotta sew.
Yeah, she's got it. She got a little piece of paper
Gotta
and
sew,
she's been
sew,
writing
sew.
it on.
Yeah.
Good morning to Pat Copeland. She's one of our early birds.
Well, all right.
Hi,
Hey,
Pat.
Becky Calvin said Happy Friday, ladies.
Becky Calvin, one of our faithful girls. We hear from Becky
It's a happy
often.
Friday.
Thank you, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And trying to think what you've been super busy this week, right?
I've had a busy week, so Regina Machina has been on the go and not done anything else, so no sewing this week. It's sad, but tomorrow's still part of this week.
That's right.
There may
That's
be an
right.
opportunity.
That's right.
I was informed I had to make meatballs tomorrow, so I might have to do that in between sewing. It's like Kaylee's like, I want meatballs. Like, okay, what day can I cook?
She's a meat eater.
Yeah, she is. And
Yeah.
so
And Kaylee got a new car this week, so
she had a big surprise yesterday, and that took the whole day. I spent 6 hours in the car yesterday trying to get this all sorted out. So I had to drive to Charleston, and then I had to drive back. So, but it all worked, and she was very excited.
she's a happy girl.
She is happy.
Yeah. I have a granddaughter, Emma, that will be turning 16 in December, right after Christmas. And I know her dad won't be out buying her a car, but she does have a grandpa on the other side of the family.
But he might buy one.
Yeah, he likes doing that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens, right?
Right. You never know.
All she has to do is like, hey, Papa.
I need a car. I know. I gotta
That's
go
right.
somewhere.
That's
Okay.
right.
It'll be a while before she's on the road in her car because she still has to practice driving and then do her driving test and you know that stuff. But she's got to get practice in. So, and I was so happy because the car she got, I don't drive it, and so I don't have to ride with her.
Oh.
I don't have to go out on those trips. John
Good.
don't have to do that. So I'm so
Good.
thankful. Like I'm not a
Is
good
he
driving
pretty,
instructor.
Is he pretty patient?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I am absolutely not.
Me either.
It's like, help.
Well, I'm not that patient when I'm riding with my husband.
No.
I'm like putting my foot through the
No,
floor
'cause
and
I mean-
grabbing the door. And like, he's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "You weren't stopping, and that guy up ahead was stopped."
I was
Like, you
trying
gotta
to do
bring it to a
paperwork
stop.
yesterday on the way, so I let John drive my car yesterday. Not again. Because he did, oh my goodness. I couldn't even get anything written. It was like I was drunk or something. I was like, what are you doing? And I know he's a good driver, but he just, he wasn't used to that car. And, ooh.
So in our little niche sewing market with heirloom sewing, we received some sad news this week that our beautiful classic sewing magazine, the next issue, the holiday issue, will be the last issue. And so we've been in business long enough that we've seen these beautiful magazines rise up and come and go. And I think it's a gigantic expense to publish a magazine. It's lots and lots of work. I just have to say, I've been so thankful. I've been thankful for the magazine. I've been thankful for Kathy McMakin. I've been really, really grateful before she passed that I got to know Phyllis Hoffman, the piano. She was the most encouraging lady, and she would send me a note. If I was feeling like sad because we had some things happen. My son went through a divorce, and it just kind of was a heartbreak, and whew, makes me feel like crying. Anyway, out of the blue, and Phyllis wrote me a note, and it just touched my heart. And she said, I noticed that you seemed sad or something at Gavin Gush. And I'm like, you're kidding, because I don't really talk about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then over a period of months, just at the right time, I would, early in the morning, I would receive another note from her. And so that was a big blessing to get to know her. She touched me in a really personal and special way. So I'm sorry to see the magazine go. I mean, it's our magazine, but we've seen Australian Smocking, fabulous issues, Creative Needle, and they were so wonderful. I love them. So beautiful also. And then and so we're excited for Classic Sewing to come in 9 years, I think.
Right, 9 years.
I can't believe it's been 9 years.
I know, it's like it's gone so fast.
So I said to Regena today, well, people, there still is a little holdout here, and it's called the Saga News. So Saga stands for
Smocking Arts Guild of America.
Yep. And tell them about this group.
Yes, it's for smockers and heirloom sewers. And if you don't belong to Saga, you can be a member at large, and you can join the organization. If there's not a smocking chapter in your area, you can be a member of large and still participate, get the magazine, and come to convention, which is coming up October 16th through the 20th, 15th through the 20th in Hampton, Virginia. Yes, and it's always fun. You can take so many different classes, and there's such wonderful teachers, and I can't wait because I'm taking 5 classes of different things this year, and I'm so excited about it, and teachers that I haven't taken from before. And so this little newsletter published, I think Julie Stillwell does this. And Julie is phenomenal. She does, I mean, it's a lot of work. You know, you have to gather all this information and to count on people getting in it on time. And the chapters are really good. And our chapter actually was in this one. We're right here. And it tells you about what's going on in each chapter in different cities and places. And so if you know, it's beautiful. And there's always a pattern in here for something. And this one was done by Jan Young, right? Jan Young. I took 2 classes from her at the last convention last year in Charleston, and I love both classes. And so Jan thinks way out of the box.
She does think out of the box.
She thinks
this is a Swiss edging, right?
Yes, the design on here is a Swiss edging that she smocked and made a fan out of, and it's absolutely beautiful.
And it's metallic. Looks like metallic thread.
It's shiny.
Yeah. Well, it does have beads. I don't know if the thread.
It's beaded, and I think this thread is.
Is it metallic, or is it the beads make it look shiny?
It's the beads on it. It's shiny. But, you know, there's really opportunities, and you can also be a part of the We Care program in here that donates items to the NICU units, the bereavement gowns. And, so go check out and go to smocking.org, and you can check this all out. And they're the only place we got left to do any of this stuff. You know?
You can submit things to them too. If you're a member, you can submit things there. They're probably always happy to receive articles, and then there's somebody really famous that advertises in here.
That's right, Farmhouse Fabrics.
Farmhouse Fabrics, and we still have our little coupon code up here that I know you'll miss it. It was in Classic Sewing, but we always put it in.
That's right. You can still get a discount.
A discount code. Yep. So anyway, smocking.org. Smocking.org. You can join, be a member at large, and then you can receive this. And their prices for joining very reasonable.
Very reasonable, really reasonable for the year, and you get a lot of information.
And who knows, you might find a smocking guild near you.
That's right. You can go on there and you can look. There's a list of all the chapters, and you might find one in your area. And if you don't find one and you want to start one, there's people that will help you get that organized. And
it's not just about smocking, is it?
No, it's heirloom sewing, and you can do all kinds of things. You know, our smocking group, we kind of rebels at sometimes, and we go off and make different projects, and we love it. You know, but we always work on our we care gowns that's our mission.
Yeah,
So
I like that. That's great.
Yep.
So did want to touch on that because that's going to affect a lot of people, including us. We're very sad to learn that classic sewing is not going to be around after this next issue. But we're excited about the next issue because we have a really cute ad with. I'm excited about our ad. Isn't that crazy? With with 5 of my grandkids, the whole family, the boys and then the 2 big girls in their silk pajamas. So and the boys in their little flannel pajamas.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun ad. So that's going to be in there, and we'll have a coupon code in there, and it's probably going to be coming out soon.
Should be coming out pretty soon. Yeah.
So
I may or may not have gotten a notice that it shipped today.
oh really?
Uh-huh.
That means you got a
I've
notice.
been hanging on to that information.
Oh my
it shipped
goodness.
today, people.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, don't start
Yay.
calling them up tomorrow or next Monday
Oh,
or
no,
Tuesday
no.
or Wednesday, finding out that you didn't get yours yet, because trust me, I think mine was one of the last ones that came last time.
Oh.
And it's because the mail people hold it. It has nothing to do with being shipped.
Oh, is that right?
The mail people decide on what day they want to deliver magazines and things to your home. And so they may hold it. You might want to attack them at the door and ask them instead of calling Classic Sewing, because I kept waiting and waiting, and it's like, okay.
Classic Sewing's getting a lot of calls, and because
Getting a lot of comments agreeing they're sad about
Yeah.
the magazine and for the designers.
Yeah,
yes,
it is
the
really sad
designers.
because I had just come up with something new that I was going to try to work out
Well,
and put in
plus
there, and it was like
Dana
dang,
Gay, who was with us and
Yeah.
and showed her wonderful garments that she makes for herself.
right.
She had a dress all ready to go in the spring issue.
She'd already sent it to them,
Yep.
and now it's
And
not going to be in there.
Regina's husband does photography. He took pictures. It was ready. But we're
Beautiful.
hoping, I mean, she'll probably come and model it
She's
here
going
and
to come here.
discuss it.
Be
and-
sure, mark your calendar. October 1st, she will be, or October 4th, she will be here to show her dress, because I have to make sure she does now.
Yeah. You hear that, Dana?
Dana,
You have to come.
you got to be here now. But yeah,
But
you'll want to
she's
see it.
delightful.
It's really cool.
She is so delightful. And I really was picturing, I'm sure they love working with Dana because I'm sure Kathy McMakin hated working with me because I'm such a procrastinator. And Kathy was like, you know, the deadline is blah, 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 blah. You know, Dana was way
No,
in
Dana
advance.
had hers turned
Oh,
in
yeah.
this summer for next year in the spring, so she was ready, but
She has her stuff together.
she's still ready. She'll
Yeah,
bring it and show it to you, and she
Yeah.
also made a coat that I'll have her bring to show you because it's awesome.
Well, plus,
And plus her techniques.
you'll like it if you're starting, or maybe you do so for yourself, because she repurposes things.
She definitely repurposes
and
things.
she's classy.
Yeah,
so
she is. So
it's fun.
stay tuned October 4th.
So you gave me a real big boost of encouragement to make my dress, my Clemson
I'm
dress.
so proud of Sally. She finished
I
it.
did it. Dun, 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 dun. We have a Clemson dress.
It has buttons, buttonholes, and hem, people. It is finished.
Complete. It's complete.
That's why I said what I did about those buttonholes. I knew that would get you going.
I know. Other people said that too. And probably won't have buttonholes. I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what?
She
I'm
probably needs it, so that's why.
well.
it's all done.
I'm thinking. I heard her say she might be going to a game this weekend,
Oh,
and so I texted my son and said, "When does Madeline need this?" He said, "Well, I'll have to ask her." And I'm like, "Come on now,
You're
give
either
me a
bringing
little
her or not.
information." Yeah, give me some info. But anyway, I'm excited about it, and I'll show it to you.
Yeah, and it's not even the weekend completely yet, so.
Man, can you believe it? She's not driving out the driveway. So, this little pattern. Oh, I see. I need to pick some threads out. This is a 65-inch wide denim that we have. It's so nice, and I pre-washed it, and it softened. It really did soften up.
It's really nice.
It's not super lightweight, but it's not like
No, it's perfect
not
for
like
the fall
yeah,
down
it's
here.
great. And then today, and actually I thought, okay, how am I going to get it done? So I, I had a 5 o'clock appointment yesterday at the beauty shop. After that, I had to go to Sam's and buy groceries, and I kept thinking, oh, I'm really tired. I just really wanted to come home and not do any sewing. But I had asked you that question, like, do you think I'm going to get it done? So that was enough to make me do it. And so somebody said, well, cut it out. Get it cut out. And I thought, that is exactly what I'm going to do.
That's right, and just sew it this morning.
So I came back here to the shop before I went home and cut out the entire thing, including I interfaced the bodice front and back. I interfaced it with baby interfacing, and then I lined it in orange gingham. And so then it was not hard. Then I did the most difficult part, of course, is to sew the bodice, the sleeves, and all of that. So I did all of that and got it completely done. I even put the buttons and buttonholes on before I sewed it to the skirt. I've never done that.
You haven't?
No, I've never done that before. But that
as long as it doesn't have a placket, you can do that.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
It's like, let me get all this out of the way,
Yeah,
and especially when
because-
I were making more than one at a time.
Is
Yeah.
So.
that the dress denim? They want a link for that.
Does what?
Is that the dress denim you used?
This is the dress. It's dress denim, 65 inches wide. And then look at these cute iron-on things. So I didn't even have to sew these. I wrote to my son and said I know that the tiger paw has to be angled a certain way, and he sent me a link to a picture that said it has to be pointing at 1 o'clock, and because that was the time that games
The official
traditionally
kickoff.
started,
Yeah.
the kickoff. So I got
So
got
it's
that
going at
on.
1 o'clock.
And Diana walked around early this morning and found me some buttons. These
Yeah, it's perfect.
Orange, good
it's like
orange.
little dot. Perfect.
And I said, I need something for the sleeves. I've got them pinned here so that you can see. And she said, what about our little pre-made? So we have little pre-made bows. And I actually changed my thread to the right color.
Amazing.
So I know I'm sitting there with white thread, orange thread, and blue thread. And anyway,
Well, lots are saying, I knew you could do it. Love the dress.
I think it's
We
cute.
we knew she could do it.
I think it's cute.
And Fred said Supersonic Sally.
There we
Okay,
go.
now you got the new
Regena the
name.
Machine and Supersonic Sally. But I want to tell you about this pattern because you can see it's a little, it's like a little scoop, but not terrible. But I looked at the pattern. The pattern is cute, and so this is McCall's 6275. And I made this version, but it shows it like mid-thigh with another layer and with leggings. But she wanted it below the knee. And I was so glad so many of you said, don't worry about 2 tiers, because you're right. It saved me a lot of time not doing that. And I think this might have been a little bit heavy for maybe a
Yeah,
tier.
I think it would have been.
I would have had to definitely cut down on the amount
the
of
width,
fabric
yeah.
that connected to the bodice if I would have
Right, because it would have been too bulky.
yeah,
then.
it would have been, and then the bottom would have been like
Yeah, she'd have been
you know.
standing out.
yeah. But I'm going to show you what I did on the neckline, because I think it looks like it's going to be good now. But it looked like it was too wide for her. I mean, she's only 9, and but this is a plus size, so I made a 10 and a half. I love the half size patterns. So I'll go to the overhead.
Say hi to Phyllis Benford. This is her first time joining in on Gavin Gush.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Phyllis.
She says she's going to miss classic sewing, but she's going to subscribe to Saga News.
Good.
Oh,
That's great.
good. So this is the little bodice pattern that came with it, but I laid another pattern that had a little bit of a scoop neck. I laid it over the top and redrew the neckline, and so I actually raised the neckline up. That's about 2
Almost
inches.
2 inches, yeah.
About 2 inches,
Right.
and then I came in at the side, at the shoulder side of the neck, probably 5/8 of an inch. And I raised the back just a little bit too. But But that would have been, she would have been
That would have
uncomfortable
been
with
way
that.
low. Yeah,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have liked that.
And so in order to get to the size 10.5 and not lose my whole pattern, I clipped into the seam allowance and just folded back.
Folded them.
Yeah. And I can do this and go to the overhead and show. So this amount right here is about 2 inches. I raised that up so that that's not quite so low. And then I wanted to line it. This actually had a facing, and then it had just a bias strip that went under, around the neckline underneath. And I wanted it lined. And so I think it looks better lined. And so, so anyway, this is the center front. This would have been the fold line right here. And that's where my seam line is. So I had to add then a seam allowance. So then it overlapped at the right place. So you can change things up. You just have to know where your center front is. And really, I almost thought about possibly buttoning it in the back, and I thought, this way she can get ready for school.
Well,
She
that's
can
right,
just
she can do
button
it
up here
herself,
and do
yeah.
it herself, and it won't be hard. The other thing I did, because this is like a size 10.5 and she's just 9, I shortened the bodice some because it looked like it would have been a little too long waisted
Right.
for her. We'll see, since we haven't had a fitting. Fingers crossed. Next time, my son, bring your daughter for a fitting.
That's right. I'm sure he's not listening, but
No, he's not listening.
somebody can tell him.
Somebody might that knows him.
Yeah.
Sometimes your other grandma listens. So
Say, mind your mother and
If-
bring him for a fitting.
Jane Miller, if you're listening, tell my son to bring his daughter for a fitting. If he asks me for a Clemson dress, bring her for a fitting.
That's right.
Anyway, it was fun once I got going. I think that, I don't know how you guys are, but if you have to change something up, I have to think through it.
You
Do you
gotta-
think
yeah.
through it?
Oh yeah. Otherwise, I don't do it because it won't be right.
Yeah, and so
Sometimes I've thought really quickly, oh, I could just change this to this, and then you get in there and you're like, what did I do?
I
You
know.
Then you got to backtrack and try to figure out what it was you did and how to undo it.
Like my professional way of keeping track of measurements. Hey, Madeline, you're here today. I grabbed the nearest thing I
Yeah.
could find, which is an empty bolt, and wrote her measurements down. I did write the date on there, though. That's a miracle.
At least you got that.
Yeah, that's a miracle.
That's right.
Anyway, so we'll see how good I am about
And
transferring measurements to a pattern. Sometimes it's
Well,
hard sometimes.
it is. But
Pat says she cuts to the size on her patterns as well. Been doing that for years.
Who?
Pat Copeland.
Oh yeah, because you can save them. You have all those sizes. You hate to lose
and it's
them.
usually the one you need is either the first one or the middle one.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
want to trace this off.
But
you
that
know?
way too, you can use some of, like, I felt like I needed to come out a little bit more under here, but not at the shoulder seam,
Right.
because it's a little bit of a drop shoulder with a 3/4 loose 3/4 sleeve, and I thought, well, I think if I come out a little bit to the 12.5 and keep it at 10.5
Right.
up here, then fingers crossed. I think she'll wear it anyway because it's
Oh, she will.
clips
Because she's going to love it.
she's gonna love it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thankfully Diana was here this morning, nice and early. She's my early bird person that comes to work. She and Emma, they're here at 7, and then I could keep on
Down the
trucking.
buttons and you can keep on
Yeah.
moving.
Keep
Yeah.
on trucking.
Okay, you want to talk about your scissors?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have some too.
I
You-
have
you-
some of these serrated edge scissors, and I absolutely love them because they hold the fabric when they cut, and nothing slides, and you can get really close. These are some whopper ones.
Yeah. So
These are-
these are by Clover,
Mhm.
and I like Clover notions and tools.
Yeah,
And-
and you'll love these. If you don't use a rotary cutter to cut your fabric, you will love these scissors to cut things out because they will grip it and cut it right where you go.
So it's large, medium, and small. That's what these are. This one is small patch. They're called patchwork, petite, and 5.5 inch I think the blade 5.5 inch. This is a 7-inch blade, and that one's what?
Probably 9 inch. I would
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
9.5
9.5 inch blade. Yep.
But I just ordered these because after we did our talk about the silk, sewing on those silk pajamas, and said those serrated, micro serrated edge blades on scissors really work. We shipped a lot of them out, and I know you like yours and made a difference with me too. I hate to start cutting and the whole fabric scoots forward.
It does, and you know, I was using them this week on a little project that I had to trim around an applique.
Yeah, they're good for that.
And they held, and I got really close, but I didn't cut the satin stitch, you know, but they work great.
I think we ought to show maybe another time the different kinds of lace cutting, blunt edge lace cutting scissors, because those are pretty awesome too.
They are. Because
all
you
your
use
lace
a pointed scissor, and
then,
next thing you know, your lace is cut.
I know.
It can be fixed, but
Yeah.
you don't want to have to do that. So, yeah,
So we had something exciting happen today.
we did.
Yeah.
What was that?
They're starting the roof rafters on my house.
Okay.
For me, it's
Right. When I
exciting.
drove up and I stood out in the front and I looked and I was watching, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want that job.
Yeah, because they're way up there.
Ooh, they're way up there and it's
Yeah.
really high. It's like, but it's so cool to see it going up, and
I
the
know.
weather has been so good. Just keep praying for good weather
Yeah, it's been very
till they
amazing.
get that roof on, and then it'll go.
So we wrote a newsletter about. Now I always called it modal, and one of my vendors up in New York says he calls it modal.
Modal.
Modal. So I said, "Is it modal?"
As
He said,
we
"It's
got,
modal."
we got modal for you.
But this is made from beech wood. You know, it's hard to believe.
This is just the softest stuff
And
ever.
And I don't know if this is just modal and rayon or modal and cotton. I have to find that out. But look, it has some good stretch to it, but it's soft. And the colors.
I made a dress out of that
Did ya?
for my friend.
This
Feels great, right?
For
Those are the only kind of panties Andrew will wear, or modal
What?
fabric.
Oh, is that right?
my,
Emma, well, we
They're boxer. Or
Now we
they're
know.
His
briefs,
panties-
but I call them his
his-
panties.
he wears panties.
Yeah,
Emma said her husband wears panties out of
Yeah.
modal fabric.
they're briefs, but I call them his panties because they're very specific.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
boys
but
don't wear
that is,
panties,
I know, Andrew, and that's just not a
That
scene
was
I
our
wanted to
personal word,
think
and I
about.
just said it out loud. And I was like, I have to clarify.
I
this.
think he's gonna kill
I
you.
just don't want to have that vision.
Andrew is like this tall, big old
Oh
guy
my goodness.
wearing panties out of modal.
I think he would gladly tell you all about his underwear.
Because it's cool and it's wicking, right? And it's
It
nice.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It does wick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
if he
won't
wets
sweat so
his
bad.
pants, just wicks on out.
We'll have him come give a testimonial.
We got a question about the scissors. Do
Okay.
they come in left-handed?
Oh, you know, somebody asked me that about the serrated blades. I need to look that up. We don't have the serrated blades in left hand, but it's very possible
Give
that
us
they
30
do.
seconds and we'll
Yeah,
tell
Emma
you.
will.
No, not in the clover.
What about Kai? Kai. Because I think yours
Mine
that
are
you got from
Kai.
Kai.
All I had was the Ginger and Ambidet.
We'll see.
Yeah,
But this fabric, oh, I'm telling you, this stuff is so nice. Oh,
and they want to know where you get the plastic folders.
Oh, we can give you a link. I got those from Amazon. They're wonderful.
yes, they
Because you
are.
can never get your pattern pieces back. And like, have you ever taken out?
And they're so much easier to file in a file
Yeah.
cabinet.
Taken out the children's corner patterns and out of one of these things and trying to get it back in.
It's impossible.
Impossible. That way
I
you
was
don't have to
even
worry
doing
about
that
it.
to one this morning that was the Trio Bishops by Creative.
Oh,
They keepsakes.
keepsakes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't get, and it's a larger
Yeah, it
package, but
is.
I could not get all that stuff in there, and I just kind of like, until
Oh,
I
you
get
did
a
do
plastic,
that.
I'm out of the plastic folder, so I have to reorder, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is annoying.
Yeah, I do love those. So these knits,
Mhm.
guess what? We have solids that coordinate.
But look at these colors. I mean, they're beautiful. This pink is so pretty.
I know
and
it
this
is. It's
yummy
great.
mint green.
Yep.
These are just just so pretty. But look
And
at
the
this.
twills are like beautiful with it.
Look, here we go.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Got it backwards.
There
That
we,
way.
yeah.
Look at this.
We have some of the other colors with our print, dotted Swiss prints. So
Yeah, because that. But look, these colors are just so pretty.
they are good. Let me go to the overhead.
You want a nice navy blue. I mean, this is really pretty.
It's a good blue navy.
It is a
isn't
good navy, yes. Navy blue is hard to find.
Well, yeah, and you don't want it to be like halfway royal and halfway navy.
No, that's an odd color.
Yeah.
But these are really pretty. So
Hey, do these have some stretch? Let's see. This, yes, a little bit of stretch, just a little bit.
yeah, not much, but they're nice. These would make really nice pants
I know. Then you could eat your lunch and not worry about not buckling your.
and expand a little bit without being like.
You could still buckle your waistband.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a button popping off of your pants. Yeah, so these would be great for fall.
So which one of these prints here are you loving,
Oh
Regina?
my goodness, all of them. I'm gonna make something out of most of them. So, yes, they are the most beautiful prints. And look at this dotted Swiss. Isn't that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
This is gorgeous. It's like poppies with dotted Swiss dots on them, little dots.
And sweet.
And they are so
So
sweet.
this looks kind of good with that, even with that
Oh,
coral.
Look at this.
Diane Brayton says, how about a children's quarter and bunny knit nightie in that modal?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
those little-
Yes,
oh, yeah.
bunny knit nighty
Uh huh.
in the modal. Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
That and
that would be.
I mean,
wonderful.
honestly, look.
Man,
can
the
you imagine
colors
these?
are so pretty.
Oh, that's such a great
Yeah.
idea. Yep, easy care
And this
too.
is so pretty for a little boy. They don't usually have really pretty stuff for little boys, but this would be so pretty. It'd be so sweet.
I love that. That's pretty.
When I saw these this morning, it's like, okay, I want to go back to my little sewing again. It's like, it's so pretty. They're all so sweet. But this
Yeah,
one is beautiful. Look at these colors
Yeah,
together.
this combination is good. It's good.
And I think you're getting more of this different colors, right? Because if you did, look, if you had the twill and the green, that would go with that too.
Well, you got it right here underneath
Oh,
here.
I do here.
Yeah,
Ah,
you've got it.
bah humbug. There it is. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they're so pretty.
in fact, several of these go with more than one.
You
If you're
wanna see
like,
that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's my dress I did in it. It's Boo and Lou Venus.
This is
dress.
Boo and Lou.
It's so pretty.
And-
And here, you can see it down here.
You might want to hold it up to that. Let's see. Can you get it? I can make it come
You can
closer.
zoom.
This is a Boo and Lou PDF pattern, right?
Hmm. It's really pretty. It has a,
Oh, whoops.
a gather.
What am I doing?
You're making it
Yeah.
go big.
I was trying to make it lighter, maybe. Yeah.
But it's
but
really, really pretty.
let Michelle
can see
show
the
you on
center
the.
of it. You see how
yeah,
it's gathered
that's-
there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That would be
Sweet.
so pretty in any of those colors.
Didn't you test? You tested that pattern, right? Is that a pattern you did? Michelle does pattern testing sometimes.
There you go.
Yeah.
One of the few I actually like on me after I did it.
Oh,
Well, it looked really pretty on her.
yeah, it did. It did.
So you can see those beautiful colors together. And then
See now
look at this one. Oh,
you have that can go with also with.
this one,
And what about the blue?
the blue.
So Diane says you could do the little applique bunny out of the prints.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, that would be sweet. Okay, so we're going to the overhead, and oh yeah, look at that.
Look,
So I'll hold that up here.
these are just lush. Now I got them all mixed up, and I want the. I had them the way I was gonna go
oh,
put them
I'm
together,
sorry.
but I don't know. It's okay, but it's like now
But you can do a lot
I
of
want to
different.
do some more.
Right.
It's like
You
oh,
can almost do that with that, because with the center of
yeah.
the flowers,
mm-hmm.
then you can go in that direction.
And there's just all sort of trims that I pulled out to go. The pipings go with this, and spaghetti bias. It's like there's
All
so
right.
many cool things. And then we'll show you these. Now see, this is the same, and this could go with any of these.
This is That's pretty too.
This is gorgeous.
Go back here.
Whoop,
Oh, yeah.
I'll show it there in a minute.
Yep, with the
The
blue,
blue,
and then that peachy
the
pink.
peach, the green. It could go with the mint
Oh
green.
yeah,
Yeah.
It could with that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, let me show you this. This and not that one. Oh, this one. These two are the same print in
Yeah.
different colorways, but they have kind of a they're like a satin batiste almost, so like a satin batiste finish. Man,
They're so soft and so nice.
Yeah, they're really really nice, really soft.
So I've already chosen these. I know this is not even Christmas yet or Thanksgiving, but I'm going for Easter. You know, like Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
They get a head start. So I've chosen these for 2 Easter dresses already. So
Oh, I love that. You're smart
Oh,
to do that because
yeah.
they might be gone by then.
I know, and look at this little pattern here. You see, they're going to be smocked. So
yeah.
this is the smock pattern. It's Olivia by Children's Corner.
Mm-hmm.
These will be beautiful in that. So pretty.
Man.
So just giving you ideas to get you wet your whistle here on these things because they are adorable. And then this one, this goes over here with this blue
man,
and
that
this
brings
green.
out that blue. Wow,
Look at that.
these. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
All right,
They're
I'll go
gorgeous.
to the overhead with that. And what pattern did you pick out?
I picked Lizette for this one.
Oh yeah, because the pleats would be gorgeous too.
The pleats. It's,
Well,
it's
would
gonna
you do
be
it
out
in
of
here,
this,
out of this,
and this
and
is
then-
going to be the collar.
Right.
Yeah, and then you can just do hand embroidered flowers on the
Yeah,
collar.
let's Bring
So-
that so they can. Whoops. Maybe I can make it a little bit smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make this collar, and then you can do hand embroidered flowers like these on the collar.
Right,
Would be so
right.
pretty.
So this is again is like that satin batiste finish.
Mm-hmm.
Really sweet.
Lucy missed what kind of fabric these are.
These fabrics. Oh no, this is the lawn. This is the.
This is a lawn. It's more like
is a lawn. The
it's
other two are
almost.
satin.
I thought it was Liberty.
Yeah.
I thought it was a new Liberty.
These are cottons from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one called the Nansuk? Is this one? This is called Nansuk, right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but.
And look, I pulled out this
Oh.
piping to go with that one. Look, here you go.
Wow. So you have a little bit of, that brings out the center, the flower centers.
I always like to pick the smallest color in it to make it pop out.
It does.
And
pop
so
out.
it does. When you put a little bit of something else, it brings that
Yeah.
out. Because you could put the blue or green, you can make, have blue or green or the mint green, but it's not going to show up like that.
Yeah.
And I just
So
love
then you
it.
notice, you
And
notice the,
You could go with a darker blue to make it pop. The blue.
oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this color. It's kind of a cornflower or something like that. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. See how pretty that is?
That's pretty.
It looks really, really pretty.
Man. I'll show you. You can see that from a distance. Yeah. That's sweet.
So we had those colors. Oh, and I had pulled this piping over here that you could put on this
Oh,
one.
you can put
I like to mix things, and so this one would be really pretty with this.
that. So this is
Isn't it?
gingham, lavender gingham from Speckler Vogel, and it looks real nice with
really
this.
pretty, or the pink. You could put pink with it.
Yes, the pink looks good.
It looks really.
So this color is pink number 504, and is when
Yeah,
you see
see?
just a little bit.
Yeah. It
It's
brings
like
out
it brings
that
out that dark color.
color
It brings
there,
out that
yeah.
dark pink in there.
Hmm.
I love that, Regina.
I like to mix up these colors and put different things on them. And then we go to these.
All right.
Let's see. Also, I was going to show you this. If you're doing something, I was thinking straps or something on this with the spaghetti bias. Look at
Ooh,
this.
that's a good green on there.
That is beautiful green on here.
So that color is, what is that, sage? No, celery. That's the celery spaghetti by Fabric Finders Celery.
And it matches just beautiful on
that-
this.
because it's kind of a soft,
It's
dusty
soft.
color.
Hmm.
Real pretty in here.
So you can make some really pretty straps for
Right.
a summer dress.
In
You could
fact,
put it around the top. You could do all kinds
so
of
where did I
trims.
just see that dress with? It was Kathy Dykstra's dress.
It was.
Yeah, with the four different spaghetti straps.
Yeah.
4 spaghettis. They were about a half an inch apart each one,
Right.
and that was cute.
It's really cute. You could even put it down the front. You could trim it like here, put it on each side, and put something between the center.
Here,
You know?
show them on this other.
Yeah, you could put
What
it
do you
down
mean?
the center here.
Yeah.
You could put one on one side and one on the other side. You could do it close together and do the bridging stitches between them. It'd be really pretty.
Or put it on either side of a like an
of Swiss
insertion
and-
lace
yeah.
or something like that, and border it
Swiss
out.
insertion, yeah.
That'd be nice.
It'd be really. You can do. There's so many things you can do, and
Do you know this is very cute too if you thread it through beading, Swiss beading. This fits like a 1/4 inch ribbon would fit
Right,
in a Swiss beading, and it's pretty.
it changes it up so different.
Yeah,
you know, it
it
just makes it
does.
so pretty. A little extra little
Yeah.
something to it.
Thinking I might have had some Swiss beading over here that might be the right
it-
size. Yeah, I bet you. I'll bet you this will be.
It will go through there.
Of course, I don't have my bodkin hanging around my neck. Yeah. Well, this is kind of little. Anyway, I think I can't get it through these. I think it needs to be a little bit wider than these. But a beading is a piece of lace with little holes in it that you thread ribbon through, or you can try and get it through. It's sweet in there. I'll poke it through with a.
Jeanette says she loves the idea of threading through the Swiss beading.
It's pretty that way. It's really pretty because it goes through the washing machine really well, and it might even last longer than ribbon, right?
And you might really want a bodkin because you don't want to do it with a pin.
Yeah.
But we'll just
Do
show
what
you.
they're doing.
Yeah. There
But
we
you
go.
see, it's just a little piece, and
Okay, I'm gonna go to the overhead so they can see it. Maybe put a solid underneath it.
come
Yeah.
in close so you can see that.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it's it goes through there really pretty. It's just the right size for that.
Look at that.
It's right in
It's
here.
so cute. Then it comes through here, and it just like
It's
a
just a
perfect
pop.
touch.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is.
and that little
sweet.
check is so pretty with that. Because this looks like it's it's mute. It's not all just solid, so it makes it look the same. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
me too. And so then we have this. We'll go to this.
Okay.
This is dotted, the dotted Swiss, and these are pretty little colors here too. Look at the blue flowers, and then there's pink flowers, more reddish pink, I guess.
And we were thinking that like these could easily be a blouse underneath a fall jumper, like a
Oh, yeah.
piqué or a corduroy in that.
You want to zoom in on that?
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, go overhead.
That green, wasn't that green piqué you had? Wouldn't that go with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, it would go with whatever this is. Fern?
Either
is that
way.
fern? I bet it would be.
Look at
But
that,
see,
how
that's
pretty.
that's pretty. Whoops. And also we have some corduroy
Yeah.
in some of these greens.
Oh, that would be nice.
And that would look good.
This would be pretty under blue corduroy, or you could put red corduroy or pink corduroy.
It could be really cute as a gathered collar. What if you did just a gathered
You could
collar?
do this wink and a nod
Yeah,
pattern
that's
for a
cute.
blouse. You could use that.
You could put it over, like we have porcelain blue velveteen. It could be a jumper.
Oh, yeah.
Or a jumper or a dress with a gathered collar, or a jumper with a blouse and like a gathered or a pleated collar around here would
Right.
be really sweet. So
Diane said, how about that eucalyptus color?
yeah, eucalyptus. That was that gray green
Oh, that
color.
yeah, that green
That
would
would
go,
be-
yeah, perfect
Yep.
with that.
I think it would be perfect.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could also make these little jumpers out like using this pattern. It's the Janie Bell.
Janie Bell jumper.
Janie Bell jumper. That would be really cute. And then put the little blouse under it.
That's
Out of
right.
any of these twills would be so pretty.
Yep. So this is the Janie Bell jumper. And then
Then you got all these colors to choose from.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you can make your little blouse. You know, you
Listen.
could even put this one under this.
That look good. That
It
goes
goes
with
perfect
it.
with
It does.
that. Yeah. So you can make
You
those
know
two
these
together.
are such good blenders.
I'm telling you, they're just awesome. You don't usually get that many different kinds of things that
I know.
go together.
It was fun. It was
That's
fun
why
getting these
I
shipments
saw it
in.
yesterday online. And I was just like, I know that's got to be much better in person. And it's like, oh my goodness, this morning.
It's
Oh.
always better in person.
It was like
Oh man.
the
Starts
mind,
coming
it just
in.
blows your mind and
Yeah.
it goes crazy on what you can make out of this stuff. It's like,
I like it when we get a shipment and I think, oh, I want to sew that.
yeah.
Because not always do I feel that way. Now I love this pattern. This is Children's Corner
The
Lillian.
Lillian.
And I've made it so many times.
And you can make it out of any of these. Would
Yeah.
be so cute
Yeah.
for spring and summer.
All right, I'm
Can
gonna
we go over here?
Uh-huh.
See how cute these are in floral?
Yep. And this is lightweight, but if you lined it,
Oh, line it would be
it's
great.
going to be fine.
Mhm.
You could line it in a broadcloth and give it
Right.
some body.
Mm-hmm. But the colors of
very
these fabrics
sweet.
are so pretty.
They're
Well,
nice.
I agree with Sandra on this. She says, I don't have girls to sew for, but all these options make me want to make some outfits.
Oh, good.
My girl's too old for that.
I felt
Most
in-
girls are, but you can sew anyway. You know, make it. Find yourself a dress or blouse pattern and make it for yourself. You know,
Yeah.
do the adult sewing. It's like this is so much fun. Or make it.
I thought you might have
future.
2 or 3 nightgowns made up this week.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of sewing for yourself,
Sewing for
Regina.
myself. Well, I don't have any made up nightgowns.
No, me neither.
I
But
didn't have any time for that this week. No time. So
yeah, it's some
Sad.
weeks are just crazy.
They
Diane
were-
said the beading down the front of the Lillian.
oh, that would be
Oh,
really pretty to
that would
put
be
this down
pretty.
the front
Yep.
here. Whoop, I just pulled it out, so I'm not putting it back. But if you put this down the front of this, you know,
Yeah.
like that,
That,
it'd
that's
be really,
pretty.
really pretty.
All right, Diane, we want to see these options.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right.
I love the ideas though.
Yeah, see, it just gets your mind going, and
Right.
and the more you think about it, the more things you can come up with, and it's fun. So, what else we got?
Well, might be it for our song and dance routine
Well,
today.
I'm still gushing. She's got to do the gabbing, so she's
I'm
got to
telling
talk
you.
while I'm thinking over here, oohing
We-
and awing.
The I did
There
pull,
were patterns that you showed that you can make
I
out
did
of this.
pull this pattern out. I think this is cute. I really had thought about this pattern for the denim dress because it would be easy to fit, but I
Any of
decided not to
these would
do-
be perfect. Any of these knits would be
This is
perfect.
Simplicity 1722, and even though it shows it as a nightgown,
Oh, a dress would be so cute
I
out
think
of that.
a dress would
Yeah.
be cute out of that, with really simple little sleeves. She doesn't like
Yeah.
anything tight,
Mm-hmm.
but that would be cute in one of these. They'd shorten it a
Yeah.
little bit, you know.
Yeah, she needs a shorter.
But would you do? This is just a casing right here. So what do you think about that?
I
Probably,
would-
or
I
would
would-
you leave it straight?
I'd leave it straight. But if you want it for like a little older, for a girl that's a little bit older, and you know, you could do this one.
Oh, yeah,
And
with-
then it
yeah,
would make
with
it
the
more
casing.
mature looking in a dress.
I probably should try it as a nightgown for one of the kids.
Yeah.
And see how it fits and if they like it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can go from there.
Yeah.
But I do like this because it's really simple, and it reminds me of Charlotte by Bonnie Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and I've made lots and lots of those. It's got a raglan sleeve, so it's easy to fit, and it's got elastic casing.
Well,
Around
it's
the
kind of
neck.
like Ella too, isn't it? Children's
Yeah,
Corner.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
Kaylee loves the nightgowns I made out of that pattern for her. I mean, and I was glad I made it out of that kind of heavy knit that we have,
Mhm.
the cotton knit, because she has worn those things. Have been washed 100 times probably already. I mean, she loves them.
So I know that people discuss on all the sewing boards, they discuss how patterns fit.
Mm-hmm.
And I have always, I used to sew for years and years and years. I did custom sewing way back, way back. I don't know what, 40 years ago or something like that. And children's corner patterns, I used them constantly. Now the interesting thing about children's corner, in my opinion, is I feel like they fit true to size, like ready-made clothes. Don't you think they're and the kids that I sewed for that were slender, they were like a perfect fit for them.
Yes, they were.
The one thing I always did though is I always had to cut the neckline a little bigger because kids are like always doing this, and pulling on it. So that was easy to do because all you had to do is take a bigger seam or cut it down. But the fit was really pretty on these.
It does fit. Yeah. They always fit Kaylee.
And so Kaylee was very tiny.
She's slim, tiny.
And then the patterns by Bonnie Blue, I use those lots and lots. They are roomier.
They're roomier.
And
they're
so
bigger.
we talk
Bigger
about pattern ease. And I feel like Children's Corner has less of a pattern ease, but they're a great fit for a slender child. And Bonnie Blue patterns have more ease.
They have more ease.
They have more ease. So it's not like one is right and one is wrong.
No, it's just depends on what child or body size that you're doing.
That's right.
That's how I feel. And I always I look at the measurement. And Children's Corner I like because they have the measurements on the back. And like my girls have tiny little bodies, but they're long. Yeah. So I always look at the one because I'm pretty sure now they can still wear a 4.
Oh yeah, the little girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then I would but they need the length over here.
Yeah.
So I would just lengthen it, but I'm still going to make the top the same as the other one. Because otherwise if I cut it in the next size, it's going to be too big. And I don't want it too big.
And with pattern companies, one of my favorite things, I don't see this on Children's Corner, except for the finished garment length. But man, patterns that have the finished garment measurements, the width of the circumference of the skirt, even on the pattern, like this pattern that I did, the what we always call the big 4, they usually tell you somewhere on the pattern, and on the pattern piece, it said what the finished circumference of the chest and the waist.
Right.
And I love that because you've taken the measurements of the child and
and so you know what it's going to fit if it's going to go around
that's
or not.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
that. So when pattern companies put the finished garment measurements also on the pattern, I love them. That makes me happy.
You don't want to make it and then get done and like, oops, it doesn't go around.
Well, and especially if you're doing heirloom sewing, the circumference of the skirt is very important because a lot of times you might want to put a piece of lace at the hem, and you sure don't want to pull this pattern out. I mean, you try and get this one back in here, this is going to explode like you're boiling spaghetti.
You better have those plastic envelopes.
Oh!
Yeah.
So if they tell you in this one, now this one just tells you the garment length.
The length.
But man, when you love it, when you're selling a lace to somebody, I mean, I think about it as a store owner, that I look on the back and they'll say, well, how much lace do I need to go around the hem? And you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't know without taking it apart.
Taking and measuring the pattern piece to see, and then you can tell.
So, any pattern makers out there listening, if you add that to your patterns, we will all love you.
It would make life simpler.
It would.
Jeanette's got a question.
What?
She said, what about the sizing on a wink and a nod package?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's a perfect sizing. Actually, Cindy Foose and I worked on the wink and a nod patterns, and it was a really big deal to Cindy to have them all standard. Like they all should fit the same way. So, once you make one, she was very, very particular about making things. I'm looking to see, did we put the measurement? We didn't put the measurement. Shh.
No measurement.
Shh.
Take your own advice.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure we have it in here somewhere.
That's going to be the question next time is, do you take your own advice?
No, I see we didn't take our own advice.
No.
Oh, well. So much for that. I'm going to have to figure that one. I bet we wrote it inside. What do you think? I don't know.
No.
Maybe she was talking about the ease.
The ease, I know. They're, well, I mean, like that blouse,
They look like they'll ease.
okay, we did the classic blouse, and when these are on granddaughters Charlie and Andy.
Okay, it is on here.
Oh, see? Look at that.
Look at there. There's some finished sizes.
Yeah. And they fit in the. We were working on a pants pattern at one time too, and making it, just like a perfect fit for their age. And they're, I would say they were average build, wouldn't you, Emma?
Yeah.
The girls were average build, and so yeah, it was pretty good fit. But I know that we were careful with the neckline not to be too tight. That was one of the things we were concerned about. But yeah. Hopefully, and I mean, I've made the other patterns for the girls too, and they fit
fit.
fine. Yeah. Any other
So
questions?
Pamela
What?
asked, how much would you add for ease to the finished circumference of a bodice?
Well, it depends on what the style is. Sometimes, I had a little chart. I think last week or a week before I wrote about pattern ease. There's a wearing ease that you have to have at least 2 inches in the bodice in order to lift your arms and button your shirt and that kind of
Right.
thing. But also there's a style ease, like a bishop is going to have more ease, and so you've got to have at least 2 inches
Yeah.
in order to move.
Right.
With a waist, you have at least 1 inch on a fitted waistband, but you can probably.
And I know on all the the PDF patterns that they're publishing, they have all that information in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you how much ease and what's included and not, so yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
Any comments? Any comments from the peanut gallery over there?
Someone asked if you could show the jumper pattern again.
Sure.
I believe that's Janie Bill.
Yeah.
Here we go, right here. You can see it there, and then we'll put it up here for
The jumper pattern has a square neckline and it buttons at the shoulders.
try to get out the
And
glare.
it has pocket.
It flares.
patch
And
pockets.
it's really
It's
cute.
flared.
Really
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah.
Perfect for summer. You could wear it with or without a blouse.
We've done it in corduroy and piqué and
And they were on Instagram.
what?
So maybe.
Oh,
Up
Instagram.
here.
Oh, okay. On
We'll go back up
Instagram.
here.
Let me see if I can get.
Get a
Can you get it?
Well, Michelle's gonna get closer, even closer.
yeah.
So this is called Janie Bell. This is the Janie Bell jumper. Yep. There we go. Thank you. All right.
Okay, we'll move this out of the way for the big giveaway.
Okay. Okay. So what are you doing this weekend, Regina?
Oh.
Are you taking a nap?
Meatballs and so.
Oh, making meatballs.
After
I
this
do know
week, I
that.
probably will be taking a nap if I can ever get to the couch.
You know what? One of these there's some fabric from Spain in here, and this piece with the children, we've had people begging us to get this again, and somebody said, "I'm looking for 2 more yards of this." This was just a remnant that we had, and we haven't been able to get this children playing again from Spain.
So you're going to be really lucky whoever gets this
Yeah.
because there is no more.
So we have some really pretty fabrics
Have
in
some
here.
fabrics, best press, and some pins. Look at these. Oh,
Yeah.
I love these.
That lavender, it looks like a Swiss flannel, but it's just a really beautiful brush twill.
It is. It
That would
feels
be
so
pretty
nice.
with that one floral over there.
Oh, look at that.
I was thinking, that's pretty, but it's pretty with this floral.
Yeah.
This is a floral from Spain.
Really pretty.
All right,
These
Regina's.
fabrics from Spain are just awesome.
I
I'm
know
telling
they
you.
are. You gonna
Okay, so here
find
we go.
somebody?
Down through here and to the bottom we'll just do it all over and hopefully. Okay.
Oh! I mean, you saw her, right? You saw her.
I went all over that bucket because I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a name
Okay,
here.
Fred.
Fred Ferris. That is
I
a
put
beautiful-
glue on that so that it stick to her finger.
That is a beautiful and generous giveaway. Those fabrics are special. Halloween book is awesome. Where's the Halloween
Oh, where is
book?
the Halloween book? Oh, it's
Oh.
on. Oh, back here. Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't.
Don't
Well,
forget his Halloween book.
That's
Okay,
right.
Fred, it was my fault. I didn't pick it up. I love the choice of denim for the Clemson skirt. Beautiful combo of colors. I've no doubt Supersonic Sally will have said frock complete and on a hanger by Gavin Gush
That's
Showtime.
Doo-doo-doo.
That's right.
All right. Well, Fred. Oh
Well,
my
now that the
word.
storm is
Solid,
over,
Fred.
Yeah, they've been through some kind of weather up
now
there
that the
in
bad
North
weather's
Carolina.
over, Fred can just sew.
Yeah, poor Denise.
We would.
Don't use her scissors to cut your dog's hair.
That's right.
Oh, thank you, everybody. We're really glad you joined us today to look at all the pretty stuff.
Oh, and be here next week for Patty, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
It's next
it's
week,
next
right?
week,
Patty
yeah.
Robinson is going to be with us next week, and she is. Well, I mean, I first met her when she was ordering things to sew for dolls, so she's got lots of interesting things. And then she made all those teddy bears
And
to
I'm gonna pop in
donate
to meet her.
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
Regina will be here too.
I'll be here.
Yeah,
Yep.
to donate to Heritage Academy
All right.
School in Augusta, which was awesome. Yeah. So join Regina at
Come sew with me
where?
on Facebook.
And
Well, that's not exactly the one on
YouTube, right?
Instagram.
YouTube.
Well, I do have YouTube videos out
Yeah,
there, so
yeah.
go check those out.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you need a really great gift, because I know my daughter-in-law Kristen has a website called My Four Flowers,
Flowers.
all spelled out, myfourflowers.com, and she makes fabulous soaps. And guess what? And I've been to a baby shower where she did all the
favors.
favors, the party favors were these darling soaps for everybody. So she does soaps for parties.
She can do
does
baskets, yeah.
baskets, yeah.
Mhm.
And she dries her own flowers. Everything is natural.
That's right.
It's fun. So anyway, I'm proud of her. Proud of the kids.
That's
Yeah.
right. So have a good weekend,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you. See you later.